Hello. I guess the euphoria has gone away. How are you before the game against Belgium, and what do you think will be the game will be like after Ukraine's win today? Yes, we were very happy for a period of time, but it's gone now. We are ready for this game. We're well prepared, and we definitely have an energy and more confidence now after the game that we played the other day. Morale is great.
Gentleman in the red t-shirts at the back, please.
One second, please. Yes, I watched the game because we have to play against Slovakia, but now we can do, if we win, we can progress, and this is how we think. The win against Ukraine has taken away the tag as an outsider. So do you feel more pressure now after that great win? Well, we've had pressure from the very beginning. We've always played with pressure. It's impossible to not play with pressure if you play for the national team. But we qualified here, and now we won the first game, so everyone expects a great game, and why not a win? We are confident, as I said, and we know that we can play a very good game tomorrow.
Bună seara, Silviu Corneanu, Antena 1. Spune-mi, te rog, ce înseamnă pentru tine, ai trăit deja experiența primului meci la turneul final, ce înseamnă să joci și mai ales
You've had the first game. What does it mean to play? And now you'll play against really big, tall Belgian players. What do you expect? Well, me and my colleagues, we have a great spirit. The game against Ukraine was a special moment for all of us. We were very nervous before the game and great emotions, and we're going to try to have the same emotions tomorrow, and so hopefully we will have a reason to be happy at the end of the game tomorrow.
Do you still want to ask a question? Just in the back row with the headphones
on. Hi, Florent Malice, Wallfoot. Edu, you played a great game this season against Lukaku, against the Roma. Does this give you confidence knowing that you can stop him? You've done this before. How do you feel about that?
Încrederea mi-o dă echipa noastră.
It's our team that gives me that confidence. We have had great opponents that play for Ukraine. They play at a very high level. But yes, I will try, together with my teammates, to stop the Belgians, because that's our job as defenders. We want to play a good game and get a positive result tomorrow.
Some people in the front row.
Before the game against Ukraine, there was talk that they have very fast and technical players. What's the difference between Belgium and Ukraine? We are aware that, well, with all due respect for Ukraine, but Belgium is a very different team, a lot more valuable. The players they have, where they play, they're just like the biggest calibers. But we have played against teams that on paper are superiors, but the result was favorable for us. So tomorrow we will have the same mentality and the same confidence, actually even higher confidence after the win against Ukraine, and we will want to do well on the pitch.
Seara, Andrei Crăițoiu de la Gazeta Sporturilor.
At the last Euros in 2016, you were a kid, you played on terrible pitches, you just about started football. Now you play for Tottenham or at the Euros. How have these years been that you sacrificed? You sacrificed your childhood and a lot of other things, and now you have made it playing for Romania and for millions of fans. How has Radu Dragusin changed in all these years?
Fiecare sacrificiu pe care l-am făcut a meritat
Definitely,
pe deplin și mai mult.
every sacrifice I've made was worth it to represent your country at the Euros, where the whole country is with you and behind you, like in the last game. That is,
sacrificiu merită de făcut.
well, yeah, every sacrifice is worth it. But yeah, you said that I've made it. Well, no, I've not fully made it. I always want more. I want to play better. I want to help my country, my team, no matter where I play, who I play for, but especially for the national team. For me, that is an incredible honor to be here.
Who did you want? The gentleman here in the middle, yeah, with the blue suit. Yeah, last question, then we'll take a remote question. Somebody's waiting in the remote system.
Dan Filoti, DigiSport, tot în continuarea ideii aceleia. Ai fost unul dintre
same idea. You were one of the players that the fans were singing against Ukraine. What does the connection with the fans mean? So, how much did that moment mean for you, and what do you expect in terms of the fans for tomorrow's game? As I said, this shows me that people are confident in me and they appreciate what I do. For me, it's a thing of pride. With regards to tomorrow's match, I don't expect anything different to the game against Ukraine. I expect the same enthusiasm. I hope that we'll have the same enthusiasm, energy, passion that the Romanian fans have given us so far, and the same in the country. I know that a lot of people will watch the game, and we want to make them happy and proud.
We have no more hands up in the remote system, so Radu, that's very kind of you. Thanks for your time.
Mulțumesc.
Questions for the coach now, please. You choose. Gentleman in the black here at the front. There's two together. If you just keep the microphone and pass it between each other.
Vlad Nedelea, Golazo.ro. Domnule Iordanescu, cum ați gestionat zilele astea între meciul cu Ucraina și cel cu Belgia?
Have the games been since the last? These days been since the last game? Does all the euphoria help now, or is it more of a problem? Hello, good evening. It was easier than it might seem from the outside, and that is because for 2.5 years we have built on something. We have a certain climate, and we have lads with lots of character. They are professional, they have the responsibilities. We have our ways of doing things. And yeah, of course, we had euphoria on the pitch, and that needs to be enjoyed. But then we had dinner, and then everyone left, and then we had a bit of relaxation, also in terms of mental things, and then we started preparing for tomorrow's game, and everything has gone the way I wanted it. After the first match day, Belgium are under big pressure. They probably watched us. How difficult will it be against such a valuable opponent and how do you see Ukraine's victory today? I don't like to compare teams. Every team has their own identity, their own style. Tomorrow, that's a new challenge, and that's we have to keep the context in mind. The number 3 in the world have great players, and they really need to get a result. So that's a very difficult challenge, but we are fully ready for it, and we're waiting for it. We have wanted to be here. This is what the Euros offer: best players, best coaches. So for us, these are incredible experiences, and I think we can only win from this. So tomorrow we have to elevate to another level. We have to be very organized, to be very intense, to be very exact, very efficient, and to have our moments to play well, to do the kind of football that we can do, and so that other people can see that Romania can do it. In terms of the other results, we watch all the games in our group, but unfortunately we don't have time to watch many other games, but definitely the ones in our group, we watch them because we want to analyze the opponents and not in order to talk about the results. We can't control those results, so we have to focus on what we can control. And yeah, we don't need any help from anyone else. We have to have this mentality and to be very decisive in what we do. This is football. Sometimes there are surprises that you don't like, but you have to try to do everything you can to get a good result and to get satisfaction.
Please, with the black t-shirt, sorry, at the back, had his hand up first. Yeah, well, either way, if you pass the microphone to each other.
Bună seara, domnule Iordanescu. Spuneți-mi, vă rog, care a fost mesajul pe care l-ați transmis jucătorilor în
What was
aceste
the message that you gave the players before the game against Belgium? To be balanced. We had good energy, enthusiasm. The way we played, everything was great. It's obvious that you have to get back into a certain balance. You know that I don't like a lot of things, but football is a sport that can be influenced by all sorts of things, and you have to have balance and power to stay on your feet at any point and to walk your path. We have grown, we have done our work. It's always been important for me. Same as the result, the process is as important as the result, because if the process is great, then the results have a better chance to come. So 99% of people care about the result, but there is a lot of work behind that. And I have a group that helps me a lot, and after 2.5 years we now have our own path and we have consolidated.
Just pass the microphone across.
Yes, thank you. Hello, Mr. Iordanescu. In Christophe Franken from Belgium. In Belgium, Alin Stoica, your friends from childhood, gave an interview, and he said you have a very difficult job because you have a bad team with a bad player. It was a surprise for us in Belgium, but what can you answer to your friends?
Înainte de orice, m-am obișnuit ca să nu comentez ce se discută în spațiu public. Fiecare are dreptul la opinie.
Do not comment what other people say. Everyone can say whatever they want. This team has done what they want to do. It has potential. We want to obtain as much as we can, and I have confidence that we can get that. From the first day when I came here, I said that I have a lot of potential. We have a great group that produces results and produce the qualification, and I would like that when this tournament finishes, hopefully quite late in the tournament, that this national team, this generation, to be an important factor that's very positive for kids, youth football, for everyone who plays sports. We want to be inspiring, and we want to show that to all the Romanians, because when you do work hard, then you have chances to have high performance. We started very well into this tournament, and I hope we can continue like that. And we've always had this confidence and this trust in whatever will happen tomorrow, despite all the optimism.
Bună seara, Dragoste ca televiziunea română. Domnule Iordanescu, este evident că fiecare joc de la acest turneu final are propria sa istorie.
Evident that every game has its own story, so it depends on a lot of things. With all these variables, can we now expect any changes before the game tomorrow? Yes, you have to have a very defined strategy that you can adjust and reposition during the game. There are factors that you can't influence and that can send you in one direction or another. We had an extra day compared to what we were used to from the qualifiers. In the next one, Slovakia will have an extra day, and so that means a lot. We will see tomorrow. There won't be many changes. We have had enough time to recover, but we will have to put a lot of energy in the game to have a game performance as the country expects from us. What would it mean for Romania if Romania were to qualify already tomorrow, especially what was expected before? It would mean history. It would a fantastic example for what sport in Romania means, and why not in other domains. Maybe you think differently, but it's my personal impression that after the first game, I have the impression that the whole country is behind our team. I think that result against Ukraine, which now is the past, and all it can do is inspire, it can't really help. Once the game starts, this really happened, helped our people. I can feel happiness, hope, and for all Romanians, and that motivates us even more for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll play the late kickoff time. Is it more difficult for you to keep the lads focused? Because in the first one you played very early in the day, you won. Would you have preferred to play more during the day? Well, if we can concentrate at 3 p.m., we can do it at 9 p.m. as well. We are ready to give our all. I've always promised that this group of players will give their all whenever they can, all their energy, their unity, their spirit, and this is what I want for tomorrow as well. And obviously the opponent is amazing, has lots of valuables. They had 4 or 5 big chances to score in the first game, and we're aware of that. But we are ready for everything. But we're going into the game trying to win it. and we will give our all, and I hope that in the end we will be happy. And why not get the points that would mean the qualification? If that happens tomorrow, then it would mean for me and for my colleagues to approach the last game already thinking about the next step, but we're trying to go step by step. So let's talk about tomorrow, and then we'll see after the game tomorrow what situation we'll be in. So with all the chances that Belgium had, is there a special plan what to do with De Bruyne? Tedesco said that the opponent hadn't been able to stop him. Yeah, before every game we're trying to analyze the opponent very well, and now we're here, so this has worked so far. So we want to build a tactical plan to be as exact as possible and to manage to do what we want to do. We know our opponent, the opponent knows us. We have studied them collectively and individually already before this tournament. We also watched the first game, we analyzed it, so we know what to expect tomorrow. They have lots of quality players in midfield and attack, and every player in their team can make the difference in any moment where we don't respond how we are supposed to. Would you take a draw? Well, the qualification is the most important thing for us, and we're taking it step for step. If a point would be enough, then yeah, it would be fine. But we've always wanted to get the maximum, and this is the plan for tomorrow as well. But we do know how valuable the opponent is.
Question from the floor. This gentleman in the black t-shirt.
Spuneți-mi, vă rog, în primul rând, cum ar putea România să-i surprindă, cum
How
putem noi să-i
could
surprindem.
Romania surprise Belgium? And there have been offers that you have. No, I'm starting with the second part. I have absolutely zero offers, and if anyone had been interested in me, I wouldn't be interested. I don't want to talk about these things. We have enough time to talk about that when we return home. We like it here. We want to stay here. So in terms of the national team, we have to be very efficient and pragmatic tomorrow, very exact in everything we do, and very balanced all the time. Whether it's about dynamic things or static things, we always have to be very balanced.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Just a reminder that to watch training, you go out of the door, the volunteers will take you